So here we are with Prikshit Rana, one more certified PMP from batch 11. So Prikshit Rana cleared PMP few days back. He joined us in batch 11, which is like becoming the star batch of 2021, and he cleared PMP with all above target. Before entering into journey, I would like to share a important thing. Most of the time, people question me that if we don't get all about target, do we still pass? Yes, you would still pass. It's just like that. That getting all above target is the best thing. Like it's the same thing. You pass the exam and you top the exam. It's like that thing. So apart from that, yes, of course you pass the exam, you do that, but let's put in the context. Let's give the mic to the person who can share his journey, from whom I can learn his we can learn his lesson, learn how he did it, what were the ways that he used to finally crack the PMP exam, and why actually he wanted to clear PMP. You can see Prikshit is younger than me. I seem like, with comparison to Prikshit, I look kind of old. So Prikshit, the mic belongs to you. You want to share journey in any way, it's your.
Thank you, sir. First of all, I would like to thank you. Because of that, it has happened. I cleared my PMP with all above target. Like you have mentioned, I joined batch 11, and it got finished in the end of August. So thereafter, I had to go through all the 50-50 questions, as guided by you. So I was religiously following all the leads which was being given by you, and finally it happened, and I cleared my PMP last week with all above target. So yes,
With
I'm
all.
happy.
You have to be happy, brother. If you are not happy after even doing that, I don't know what else would make you happy. Okay, why did you wanted to do PMP as a first thing?
Yeah, actually, in my job role, so basically my company is a functional organization, and we get projects which are related to the merger or integration with the other plants or companies. So I felt the need to go for it, which would give me an edge to go for better manager rather than who is not aware about the processes and the and the people management. So that was the main reason.
Okay, okay. So share your journey, like what when you enrolled in the program, at what level were you, how interactive that programs were, and what you did after doing the 6 days program.
So like I said, I joined batch 11, so it was a 6-day program. Uh, so as soon as I joined the batch, so I was religiously following the recorded videos which we got at the time of the batch, and I followed the process of 50-50 questions first, and as soon as I get over with that, so I informed you that I'm done with the basic understanding, and then we moved to the mocks. So the mocks I did was starting from Andrew, then Yasin, thereafter Prepcast, and Udemy mocks. So these were the mocks which I had gone through, and thereafter uh, you told me that you are good to go for the exam on day for as soon as I shared the mocks. I shared the mock score. So they are. So you told me that take a date of day after tomorrow. But there was no date available, so I told you that it's after a week. So, so I waited for a week, and then we go for it. We did
I,
that.
I, I remember I kept on pushing you, take the date. Like
Yeah,
whenever I get any message from Prikshit or I messaged him, the first thing I asked, have you booked the exam? He said,
yeah,
no, sir.
exactly.
No, sir. And I actually wanted him to give exam on Monday, but guess we did exam on Saturday, right?
Yeah, so it was like 5 days delay because there was no test center for that particular date. But I remember like on Saturday when I shared the score with you, so you said that if you're getting this, go for the real exam. So this
So
is
this
how
is
it
very
happened.
important to understand uh, the law of diminishing return. Everyone who's watching, they need to understand the law of diminishing return. We try to seek getting 80%, 85%. Like guys, I listen you. No matter where the audience is, even if you are watching coaching calls of Andy Ramdayal, EDU HubSpot, Scott Pine, all the PMP channels, all the PMP groups, I read all the comments, not few comments. I read all the comments, and mostly people saying we are at 80%. Should we? What to do? Remember this thing: if consistently you are getting 70% in good marks, go and take the exam. Don't go for perfectionist. And if you have depending upon my students, like Vishnu was getting like 65% exam, and interestingly, in my mocks, in my Udemy mocks, when I asked him after test 5, okay, book the exam, he goes test 71, the mock number 6. So I asked him, was it that booking the exam push you to get a 70%? And after that, every mock he did, even 60-60 from Prepcast, he actually got all 70 plus, and even 77, something like that. But your scores were fabulous. You were scoring 70 plus, I guess, in all the mocks, right,
Yes,
Prikshit?
sir. Yeah, so Prepcast, my minimum was 75 and the maximum was 81. And for your mock, sir, it was 70 73 to 84.
Prikshit, which simulator you did? Only simulator you need to pass for the PMP. That one you did, no?
Simulator, yeah, yeah, which you shared it in
I have
Udemy.
actually three simulator on Udemy. So
So I
before this,
shared a screenshot with you. So you told me no, not this one. So you gave me the
yes,
another
yes.
one.
Then
So yeah,
then I give you the latest one. This is important.
yes, yes,
The
yeah.
the only I keep on updating my simulator. You see, when the PMP exam was becoming very difficult, I made the previous simulator. Okay, so its name is best simulator in the market. Now the PMP has, it's not easy, as Santosh just shared with us. The exam is not easy, but the direction of exam has changed. It has taken to another way, so that has become importantly. So you, where you belong, basically which city you are.
So I gave the test in Gurgaon in India. So there I had only one center. So uh, there I booked the exam and I took it like on Saturday.
You took it. Okay. So, uh, why not? Just can you tell us why not home? Why center? What is the reason we focus on this? Because I
Yeah,
mostly people
actually,
ask me this, why I always say center. So you can add to that if some highlights.
yes, sir. Actually, I've been watching through the journeys, and I found that people were more comfortable on going it at the center. So since I got center at just 5 kilometers at the distance, so I thought it's better to go for the center because number one reason was that if any problem happens, so it is of on onto the person. And the second thing is the center is very calm, means there is no noise in the vicinity, and I found it more comfortable. Like if I would have given it at home, so at center it's better.
It's a better thing. And I highly recommend to going in the exam. We have many people who had issues in the while you were giving exam from home. So center is, in my opinion, in my personal opinion, one man opinion, center is preferred whenever you are giving in the exam. Okay, can you walk the center process when you go there, the time management and that thing that is very important and key for the exam.
Yes, so I reached the center. So my timing was at 8. So I reached the center at 7:30, exact one half an hour before, as it been said in the person. So there I went. So I've been asked for sharing the ID. So I showed my passport, and thereafter they clicked a photograph, and they asked me to wait for the moment. They ask some basic questions like in India we have questions like do you have any COVID history? So we have to declare that. So then thereafter they check the temperature at the start of entering into the premises, and then they'll tell you that you wait for a moment. They'll give you a locker. You put your things into the locker, and then thereafter they'll ask you that if you have any food items, so you have to keep it outside of your bag in the locker, and you can access it at the time of breaks. So that I did, and they asked me that as soon as you are ready for the exam, you just let us know, and we will walk you through the exam. And as soon as I went there, so there was a basic checking, which they asked for all the stuff which I'm having. And thereafter, I walked into the center, and the exam started.
Okay, exam started. How did you manage the time?
So the time was it was in the same fashion as you told, 80, 80, 70. For the first section, I found it a bit hard. So it took me, I took like 81 minutes. So in the first section, and I took a 10 minutes break. Thereafter, for the next session, I again took 81 minutes, and in the last section, I went for the rest of the time. So this is how I manage time. I was very strict to for the time management, because that was quite key during the exam.
Yes, time, when managing time becomes the most important thing. Most important thing how you work on it, and how you work in that. In my opinion, if you can manage time, you can do that. Okay, before asking the detail about the exam, Hisam is asking, uh, did you study PMBOK in my program?
No, I didn't.
No, good. So there is no need to study in any kind of book when you come to my program. I have arranged it into that way. Okay. So
Actually, it
the
is going to
exam,
confuse, like because if you are going to follow two different things, so it will ultimately will give you a confusion. So it's better to stick with one course material.
yeah, and one more thing I would like to say to here to everyone, guys. I have nothing against any book. If you love to read book, be my guest. After becoming PMP, read the book. You see, I have my pen book here. I have my Agile guide here. I actually studied both of them last night. The complete Agile guide one more time, and I skimmed through the seventh edition one more time. Uh, I studied that for you. I put it in my material. You know, Prikshit, my batch 13 is in the progress. So just to be in the intent. And one more time last night, I studied exam content outline. So just to see, am I missing anything? I don't want any surprises for my students, especially when I have set the goal of 365 PMP in 2021. So I keep on studying. So if you want to study PMBOK, it's a good thing. You can study it after doing PMP. In PMP, don't need to study that. Uh, get into an ATP training. get a good training if you want from us. That would be better for both of us. But if you want the training, you can clear PMP. So Prikshit, how much time it took you to become PMP after the training?
So it took me 1.5 month.
1.5 months.
So
And how
yeah,
many holidays did you have from your office?
I took one holiday.
And that
Uh,
was for exam.
one before than that.
Okay. Have I asked you to take the holiday?
No, you told
So
me to go for it, but I actually what happened that I spoke with you and there was a date available Saturday and Monday. So I asked you that, sir, do I go for Monday? Like it will give me 3 days of holidays to prepare for that. So you said that actually you don't need it, but if you want, it's your call. So I thought that you are being confident. So I booked for the Saturday. I
I
went
was
for it.
confident. I was confident in the right way. Na? I was
Yes.
confident in the right way. I knew. Yeah. So okay, let's walk through the exam. So how was the exam structured? How many questions from which area, which domain specifically highlighted? You know, you have watched multiple journeys. So what was the
Yeah.
most important thing?
Sir, I would say like if I give a brief about the three sections. So for the first section, it was quite hard. I would say in that I could able to see like hybrid questions all over with the 3 to 4 liners questions. And thereafter, followed by the second section, it was easy. It was most of the questions were of agile, and in the last section, it was moderate. I saw it like two liners, but for the first section, for me, it was harder than the rest of the two. And apart from this, I got drag and drop questions like foreign numbers. So that was one thing, and also I got one graph question in which I need to select that which section it belongs to. It was related, yeah.
You cannot share
It
the
was a drag
you
off,
cannot
yeah.
share the exact question. You know that.
Yes,
Na?
yes, yeah.
Cannot share the exact question. Okay. Okay. So how many drag and drop questions were there?
It was four in numbers.
Four in numbers. And were they easy?
Yes, they were easy.
Okay, they were easy.
And one thing I like to put it forth to people who are going to give exam soon. So one thing is like the strike through, sir, which is happening in prepcast. So it is different in the real exam. So it is like you have to select and you have to click onto the strike through. It is onto the above the screen. So you have to select the option and you have to click onto the strike through.
I don't recommend that. That's just the waste of time. Even in the
And
prepcast, even in the prepcast, I consider it's a waste of time. The simulator
okay.
I'm not putting that thing there.
And
So
one thing which helped me is, sir, is highlighting of the keywords. So I don't know means if anyone else can use it, like considering the time, but seeing three four liners, so I found it difficult to retain the keywords. For example, like is it a agile hybrid, or what is the what is the question asking for? So I kept each and every question as in for the key points to be highlighted. So I don't know if somebody else can do and take it in.
keywords, like sharing the keyword is a good thing if you can like work on it and focus, where your issue. But Prakshit, you had such a great practice. You didn't you only need those keywords. In my opinion, if you could find out the keyword, you could solve the question. You were at a
Yes,
like normally if I rate the students, you were at a very high level. Even your results were at very high level. So you were playing a different game. So for other people just focusing on keyword, uh, I recommend that going to a bit more detail. For everyone, let me show you the level of Prikshit Rana. So where he actually stand. Okay. So this was scorecard of Prikshit Rana. So you see, even in the green area where he stands actually. Okay. So this is one of the amazing thing about him and how he prepared for the exam and how he worked on. Prikshit, which area was most dominating in your exam?
Sir, people, it's same
Team,
like which
team,
I
team.
saw it in the. Yes.
No, no. Santosh just gave interview. He had a very good interview. He told me he actually gave exam two time. First time he gave in the center and 124 question. After that, the internet went down, and then he gave the exam again. Both time, 80% of exam was process.
Oh,
Yes, yes,
wow.
yes. So you said the same. I was also shocked. So I was getting. Keep and keep on more insisting on people area, but it you need,
Thank
you
you.
cannot play like that. Even I was even thinking if we can try only teaching people area and people can clear the exam. But what Santosh told me after that, we need to be more worried. If your exam is PMP, brother, it can be
Yes.
one day one thing, another day another thing. So you never know. You never know how these things work. Okay, Prakshit, coming back to that thing, how many questions were that team moving from agile to predictive? Oh, predictive
Uh,
to hybrid or agile.
Predictive to means hybrid questions, sir. I got like
No, no,
20
no, no.
to 25 in numbers.
Prakshit, I am asking a specific question. The team is moving from
Hmm.
predictive to hybrid or predictive to agile. Do you had some questions like
I
that?
yeah, I got that, but it was 10 to 15%, I guess.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah,
Prakshit,
that much.
10 to 15% is still
18,
good.
yeah, 18 number, 18, 18 to 20.
18 to 20 question is a good number, in my opinion, if we work on this and think about that, how we can work on. Okay, okay, Prakshit, how many critical path and formula question?
Sir, I got one question which was related to CPI, SPI, but it was not a calculation one. It
Okay,
was
and
a yeah, simple.
critical path question?
No, sir. No, nothing.
No critical path question. Uh, what about those procurement quality risk? How many questions were from that area?
Procurement, I hardly remember any question more than three or four, not more than that. Risk also this much.
Okay. Okay. Scope, schedule, cost.
Scope, I process. There were few questions, but that was not a significant number. That was very less, like
Okay.
not more than 10. I don't think so more than that. And for the schedule, I got one question for the SPI CPI, not any other question which I remember.
Mm-hmm.
And mostly it was hybrid questions, and in the agile also I got, and that were more focused to the leadership, servant leadership,
Okay. Okay.
agile mindset and servant leadership.
Okay. So, Prikshit, your final advice to all PMP aspirant.
I would say like just stick to the plan which sir is sharing, and go for as many mocks as you can. I remember sir told me to go for the mocks, and in a day I took three mocks. So it was a very
You are
draining.
legend. You are a legend, brother. Okay.
So, first thing is more keep on focusing on that, and root cause analysis. That is a key. So as soon
Okay.
as you do that, so and you get a go ahead, so you are through.
Thank you. Prikshit, last three things. As you know, my mantra has been each one teach one. Although batch 5, batch 11 has been the key, but still there are people you need to work on them. Then there are other PMP aspirant. You are at a place where you can guide them. So each one teach one. Second thing, I want you to make PMP questions. I want you
Yes,
to make exam like question, not real exam. You cannot share that. And for that, we can work on it. It will be giving back, and we can work on your PDUs. I'm an authorized
Sure,
trainer. I can give you
sure.
PDUs. You know that according to the work. And final thing, you worked very hard,
Thank you so much.
very hard.
Just because
Now,
of you.
yeah, I pushed a lot. I know that. I keep on hearing I push a lot, but I get the results. I get the
Yes.
results that matters. So now is the time, Prikshit. Please enjoy. Enjoy with your family.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Namaste.
Namaste.
Assalamu alaikum.